Hi guys, my name is Firefly and welcome back to another episode of Dyson Sphere Program. Now today we are going to play about with foundations. I haven't got too much, but it should be enough to start our main base. And I was playing about with a few here, just testing it out. And yeah, we're going to build as much as the foundation can let us build, really. And we're going to start by making a more efficient way to make these items, to make steel, and just to produce items out of the mining. So taking a look at some of the requirements, and it seems like around 5 seem to get it flowing perfectly. So 5 of these smelters, I believe they're called, yeah, seem to be getting it out quite fast and no backlog. But even then, yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Well, that's got 100 in it. That's got 0, so that's going straight through. In fact, that's stopping. So that could be just because. No, I think 5 may be a bit too much. Maybe 4 per miner should be good enough. And we're gonna change up this whole thing here. We're gonna do a lot just to make it more efficient. So we've got a lot to do today, so let's just get straight onto it. Alright, so let's take these and let's make a little patch here that we can do. Now I don't know if I should make it with this foundation or not. I'll just do the normal for now. Cool, like this. There we go. And just sorting that all out. Right there, cool. And we'll take some here. Just cover it all to make sure it's flat. Like so. Still got about 800 left foundations. And let's move on out here. Get all of this done. Make it nice and flat. Alright, how many have I got left? 400. That's not too bad, to be honest with you. We've covered quite a lot of the sea. Well, we've covered quite enough that it will help us start. It will give us a starting point. I'm just getting all these little bits of terrain that I'm missing here. Let's get that up. Alright, that seems like the last of it. So we've got a little starting point here. So right now we're going to need to make some of these assemblers. So I want to put them in a nice position. So let's make a few of these. Alright, I need to pick up some of them. Now it's hard to pick up these because I'm not actually stockpiling them at the moment. So they're getting used like constantly. So if we just mine a bit here, we'll have to do back to manual mining. Need to really get away from this. In fact, this should have a nice amount inside it. So then we can produce a few of these. Alright, so that should make 8. So we'll let that start producing. Yeah, that's doing it. Cool. And if we take a look, so this produces around 210 per minute. This produces 40 per minute. So if we use maths, my favorite subject, so 3 of them would be 120, 6 of them would be 240. So as you can see, it's too much. So 5 of them pretty much should do it. Actually, so that's producing 60. Actually, so why is that producing 40? Oh, I think it's because of the sorter. So with this sorter, no, actually that's producing 60 with that sorter. Oh, that's because of the item. Yeah, never mind. That item must be 2 or something. Let's see. So that's 1.5. Okay, so that's not 1-to-1 ratio. So if I want to make these, they're making 60 per second or per minute. So that's 120. That's 240. So 4 of them is a bit too much actually. 3 of them would be 180, and we'll still be left with some, which we can most probably distribute somewhere else, I would say. So yeah, we've got to think about how we can use our efficiency like that. So have I produced these? I have assemblers. All right, let's get down here. So this is pretty much going to be the outskirts of our base here, or we may build around it and build bigger. Let's see how it goes. So we want to get the basic production of belts. We can look over here actually. I want to get gears. I want to get magnet cores and circuit boards, which, yeah, these 3. So I pretty much want to reproduce these 3, but in a more efficient way. So if we go and look at this over here, I'm a bit slow at the moment. I have unlocked fly, so that does make me faster. So that's making 45 per minute. And what does that take to make gears? So that takes 1 of them for 1 second. So why that's taking 45 per minute beats me. That should be 1 for 1. Actually, the assemblers are 0.75 times the production. So yeah, so it's a bit slower than what the belts can do. So it's not exactly 1 for 1. So what we can do, and this is going to be big. This is going to be massive. If we're talking about 1 for 1 ratios now, if we had 3 of them at 75, that would be no, 2 of them would be 1.5. 3 of them would be 2.25. So if we had around 4 of them per belt, then it gets a bit messy. It gets very messy. But the thing is, this is only it's not getting there fast enough. And why is that? Am I not producing it fast enough down here? Okay, so maybe because I'm putting it over there. Okay, so there's a lot of things that we need to take in consideration here. And I do find it a bit difficult because the ratios in that are explained in different formats. So if we look at this, it's 1 second for them all 3 items. But if we look at the buildings, so that's 0.75 times the production speed. That manages to do sorting speed 3 trip second grid. Okay. Cargo stacking 1. And then we do the belts, which is 6 a second. I wish it was a bit more unified on the way they explain the rates and the efficiency. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure it out ourselves really. So first we want to build cogs. Let's build these gears first. So you want to keep that production going in. So I want to get a full belt of this. Sorry if I'm all over the place, it's just a bit difficult to try and work out these ratios. And I don't really want to stop anything, but I will. I'll need to redesign this. I need to redesign this and pull it all into one belt just to make it a lot more efficient. But then that's going to stop production of all of this stuff. Have we got enough space? Yeah, we've got enough space. Okay. So give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to quickly redesign this and we'll see how we can go. Okay, so as you can see, this is, I think, the most efficient way I could do it at the moment. This is producing around pretty much 210 of these plates per minute. Let's actually, you know what we can do? We can look at this. I completely forgot about this. Okay. So it's slowly going up and down. Is it slowly going to go up? What does this do? I don't know. Okay, yeah, so it's slowly going up. It should cap at 210 eventually. Or it should really follow that, to be honest. It needs to hit this bit. And I see that, so this is 240. So we're going to be close to 210. So that just needs to catch up with it. That's why it's not showing it at the moment. So yeah, so that should hit 210 of these per minute. So then we can use all of that, which we're making quite a bit of, to actually might make another storage. And actually, I'm going to use them all. I'm pretty much going to use it all. So now we want to make gears from this one. So gears would be 1 per second. But now this is at a 0.75 times production speed. So this would be doing 45 per second. So in order to use up all 210, we would need at least 5 of these. Now, I don't want to make these, I don't want to make 210 per minute. I don't really need that many. But what we do want to do is make sure that we're using every single bit of that efficiently. So what needs steel ingots? That's what we need to look at, and we need to divide it, our 210 production, by what we need. So again, I want to make actually 2 of these, because as you see, we need it for the belts. We need it for the belts, and we need ingots. We need 2 ingots. So again, that would take 45 per minute of gears and 90 per minute of the ingots. So you can see it's starting to stack up here. So this is going to take 90, and then that's going to take 90. Sorry, it's in my head a bit. Let's actually make it a visual representation. So I'm going to put these, give them a bit of space. So then we're hopefully going to be able to get, actually I can put that here. You know what? I'm going to change the direction of these because I like a bit of a formation. We'll put it like that, and we'll give that one a bit of space. So if we now get one of these, put that to there, so that will supply this one with gears. This one will supply this with 45 gears per minute, and then we're going to supply it with 90 iron ingots per minute. So that should produce a whopping, well, not whopping, but a fair amount of conveyor belts per minute. So it should produce 45 conveyor belts per minute into here, and that would be our conveyor belt production. And then once we get the Mark II, I'm sure we're going to take this away and put more to make it Mark II. So again, we need that to be cogs, and we need that to be this. So then we're gonna put a storage so we create a little stockpile of cogs here, or gears. I keep calling them cogs. I don't know if they're the same thing, to be honest. Alright, we'll put that like that. So in this whole production, we need 45 ingots, that's 90, and we need 90 ingots just for this. So that's 180 ingots, and that leaves us with 30 ingots left. So as you can see, we've pretty much used up all of this. We're gonna definitely need more ingot to use this basically. So if we get a belt coming from here, where are we looking? Okay, I want to try and make it as simplified as possible, or as neat as possible. So if we do it like that, like that, and that should supply that with the iron ingots. Then we do another one from here to there, and that should supply that side with ingots. Now, do I want to use a sorter? Is that something I want to be doing right now? Let's take a look. Alright, number of parts, it doesn't really collide with other things. Okay, let's get that away. Alright.
Splitter with 4 directions. It can split the passing cargo or balance the cargo on multiple conveyor belts. The splitting speed depends on the conveyor belt speed. Use the tab key to switch between different styles, and click it to set priorities and filters.
Okay, cool. So, input conveyor belt, output conveyor belt. Cool. So let's put a conveyor belt here. Like that. So that should sort that out, and we'll see. Okay. I like that. So left click to prioritize this output and filter. Okay, we don't want to filter at the moment, so that's fine. Left click to prioritize. Left click to prioritize input. We don't need that. All we need is it to split it half and half. And that, I think, is exactly what it should do. So, if we now get these bad boys on here, and I will need one more. I'm trying to use the Mark IIs as many as possible, because that will just speed things up and make it a bit more efficient. My power consumption is quite high because I'm building all this stuff. Alright, someone go and fix that before we connect the whole thing together. Nope, they don't want to because I've run out of power. Jolly good. Can I use stone as power? Oh, I've got coal here. Never mind. I got power. I got it. I've seen I've actually made these, or researched these, which give me power if I build them next in my base when I stand next to them. That's definitely something I need to get going, especially when we make this massive base. So let's get that done. And we'll need one more. Like that, and there you go. There you have it. So now, the problem maybe is if I'm putting out enough. Maybe I'll need to do one more. Let's try that. Just to make sure it's coming out as fast as possible. Because we do need it to come out as fast as possible. We need a lot of it. And as you can see, it's not going down too fast, which is good, because when it all runs out, then it should be flowing through quite nicely. Now this needs power. And again, we're going to quickly just check this. And you see, it's gone up to 210. That's the most efficient I can get it as right now. I could build one more and it will go to 240, but we don't need to at the moment. Right, but what we do need is power. Let's build 5 of these, because I don't want to build too many now, because I am going to build some other power sources, which should be great, which should really help us. So for now, let's just get this onto the grid. Like that. Let's get you over there. And that should power everything. And there you have it. That should be our production of that. And yeah, so you see it's going down, but going back up straight away. So that's what I want to see. I want to see a constant flow of materials. Again, with this one, it's not getting cogs fast enough. It might be getting cogs fast enough. Working, product stacking, product stacking. Okay, yeah, it seems to be doing okay. So now we've got an excess of 30 actually. I think 180, 210, yeah, 30. So what we're going to do with this extra 30 iron ingots, you ask? Well, let's see. Alright, what are these? Computer chips. How do we make computer chips? So that would need 90. So we're going to need a whole new iron resource just for this, which is fine. We'll do that. We can do that. But first, I want to see what I can make with the rest of this 30. Any other thing, any other building? Oh, that takes a lot, doesn't it? That takes 4. That takes 4. That takes quite a lot as well. So right now, we don't have much things that will take up 30. In fact, most things take up around 45 or 90. So what we can do, once we get this other iron storage connected down here, we can add it onto this, or add this onto that, and the excess onto that, and move that onto a new production. So okay, so let's start making some more things. So I'm gonna get this, I'm trying to keep it as similar as possible. Why is that wonky? So that's there. Yeah, that looks fine. And that looks fine. So what we want to make here is the next thing, which is computer chips. Which then would go into making these with the iron ingots. So we need another assembler here. Excuse me. With these bad boys. So that would take 45 ingots and 45 computer chips at a time. We need to make 45 out of here, computer chips, which shouldn't be too difficult. And that will require, I think it's 2 iron and 1 copper. So, computer chips. 2 iron, 1 copper. So 90 iron and 45 copper will be going into this. So we need to produce a bit more iron. And again, is that's flowing through. So you can see we're overstacking there. We're really overstacking. And I really want to use that somewhere else. If I use it in there, it will still be short. That's the thing. It wouldn't fit enough. It wouldn't fit good. Okay, so let's go over here and produce some iron. Alright, I'm gonna get this done and I'll be with you in 2 seconds. So we're just finishing the sort of last bits of it. This is the line for the copper. And I do need to get the copper ingots as efficient as this as well. I don't think I have done that. So we'll need to do that at some point. For now, it shouldn't be too bad. So that should be coming over here. All the way, let's fly, because we can fly. It's so much faster. All the way down here. And I also need to, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet, but I need to put that into there. Okay, so again, does that need 2? It does need 2. So I may need to put another one like that, just to make it keep up. So that's producing that. And I need some iron ingots over here. I wonder if I can get that through there. I don't know if I can. Let's see. We've got a belt here. No, it doesn't look like I can. No, okay. So we need to find another. I should have left a bit more space, I think. We need to find another way around this, because I don't want to move all of this now. I wish there was like a cut and paste function. I just need to move it 1 square to the right. That would be amazing. We could make it come round here. Can it go through that? It can go through that. Like that, like so. Now how are we gonna do that? I want it to go as fast as possible, so I would like to use a splitter rather than these sorters. But because that's doing 3 per second, that's not enough, I don't think. I wish there was like tunnels, maybe in the future. I guess the sorter is kind of like a tunnel, but it's just a bit slower. So let's do this for now. And that will go into there. No, doesn't want to work. Why not? Too wide of an angle. Okay, maybe I need to move it over a bit more. Yeah, that's perfect. So why is this not getting what it needs? It is. Oh, I haven't made a connection. That would help. And there you go. Production of the sorters. Then we need to turn that into Mark II versions. But first, we'll leave it as that. So making some of the basic building parts. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this one as of yet. Maybe make that into magnetic coils. Could be a thing. But I'm looking for something that uses iron ingots. See, now that will take, so I'm using 40, actually I'm using 90 at the moment. And I'm making 210. So I've still got about 120 left. So if I wanted to make steel beams at 45 times 3, that is 135. Now, the thing we can do with that is I can merge them together, and that would give me 30 from that one and 120. That would give me 150. So that will pretty much cover that production, which is great, which is exactly what I need. So we're going to delete this because we don't need that there. And we're going to try and merge this now. Now, what is the best way to merge this? I would love to use a splitter. Can I fit a splitter in there? Need to make one first. All right, how do I make one of these? Produce. Cool. Is it? I wish there was a bit more compact one actually. So maybe if I put it like here, actually here. That could work. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't work. Maybe if I put it here, it could work. There's a lot of things in the way. There's a lot of things in the way. So let's just try this as of now. That will go there into there. This will be making steel beams, which is where? Excuse me. Oh, it's in the smelter. It's in the smelter. So we can actually get rid of this then. We can put a smelter here. But to be fair, maybe making a actual steel beam production using this one will be better. That might actually be better. So then we will bring the steel beam. So we don't need this over here. And we don't need this or this. Because we're most probably going to bring the steel beams over here somehow. And use an assembler to make, what are we going to make with the assembler and steel beams? Maybe foundations, which will be great. Which will be stone and one steel beam. So again, we're going to need to bring some stone down here, some steel beams down here, bung it in there, and we'll be making foundations the proper way and more efficient way. And then once that comes out, that will come out into a storage, like so. That will go from there to there, and that'll be foundations done. So again, we'll be able to produce, make a big space for our production. And let's just see how the other productions are going on. So you can see I'm making loads and loads, much faster than I was making it before. and it's not stopping like it did before. It's not backing up too much. Is that a good rate? All right, so I'm gonna bring some stone down here, and I'm gonna turn this iron ore into iron ingots, or actually steel beams. Let me just double check the recipe, because I think I'm getting this wrong. Yes, I am getting this wrong. So I'm going to turn this first into iron ingots, like I have done here. And then I am going to turn it into steel beams. Now, what might be better? Nah, actually, it won't be better. It might be, but I think making this production here like this, exactly like this, really. I'll make it over here, bring it down, make another 4 smelters. Actually, use 3 of the smelters to make 1 set of iron beams. And then I'll have 1 extra to use iron ingots for. Again, we're going to be overflowing with iron ingots. So let me just quickly put that in, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, that was a bit rough, but it got there in the end. We're doing the last bit, and look at that. All this stone, all this steel beams from here. Now, I did a little bit of a design flaw. I think I could have just put that in line with each other and did the conveyor belt straight off it. That produces 60 per second or per minute, and that produces 20 per minute. So that can fuel 1 quite easily. It takes 3 of the ingots as well. So technically it takes 60 per minute to make 1. Wow, look at this view. It's just getting bigger and bigger, isn't it? All right, so let's see what we got down here. And now we should be making foundations. Now, why is that so slow? How many? Oh, okay. I know what I did. So this takes 3 stone and 1 steel, but I thought it takes 3 steel and 1 stone. So I put the sorters in the wrong place, which is fine. We can just do that right here. Get 3 of them going in at once. And there you go. Look at that. 45 per minute. And before we know it, we're going to have loads and loads, just like we have here. We're going to have loads and loads of materials. But I think for now, for this episode, I think we're done. I think we've made quite efficient over here. We can actually delete some of the stuff down here. And I will, have I got space? That's one thing I'm running out of, is space inside myself. Look at that. Can't take any of that. Oh, I can take that. I can take that. Nice. Got some foundations there. But yeah, so we've made it a lot more efficient. We're using the materials quite nicely. This is what? Why is it slow? Stacking. Stacking is the problem. Maybe I could just put, let's see if this fixes it. Let's see if it worries about stacking now. And there you go. Look at that. A nice little flow there. Cool. What's the problem here? Product stacking. Cool. We know how to fix that, don't we? So is it still stacking? Wow. Okay. I must be producing quite a few of them. Or this is not producing fast enough. Yeah, I must be producing too many of these at a time. Which shouldn't be, because I need 45. Oh well. We'll leave that for now. It's not too bad that it's overstacking. Let's put that in there. We don't need that here on us. And yeah, so like I was saying, we've done quite good. We've made this bit more efficient. Next episode, we'll expand out and we'll make even more parts efficient. I think we need to make power. So we need to get coal. We need to get our thermal power station up. And I think we need to make a little power plant around here somewhere. So most probably here, actually, we can make some thermal generators and we can just use transmitters to get it across the whole base. So I think we're going to make a power plant next episode. And then we need to start moving on to proper research station. So I'll mostly keep this as it is, but have a better production of research going in there. Now that I'm making these. And am I making these? I'm not making these. So that's something we need to look out for next episode as well. So I'm making circuits. So maybe I need to make another set of circuits. I wonder if I can use these because these don't seem to be using it fast enough. They don't seem to be using fast enough at all. But yeah, I might need to make another set of circuit production, which shouldn't be too bad. We can just pull it here, carry these over, put another circuit production out. And we need to make one of these and then make some proper research, proper efficient research. So guys, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.